You're on. Finally. Let me hold on. There you go.
What's up, y'all? Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you.
What's up, y'all?
We did the phone go off?
Man, I was upstairs asleep and my phone went off. It went all the way off.
Did the phone go off, Deontay? Let me check my
It went
phone because
off. It went off. I said, I gotta get on here. I gotta get on here. No, but what's up? First of all I want the first thing I want to say is I love each and every one of y'all. O'Neal, shout out to you because you've been doing this long before I even came up here. Okay, you have been setting the tone and setting the pace for all men in these Country Wayne skits in these Country Wayne streets. And so shout out to Skit Atlanta, commentary, Ashley, everybody who's been on. I've been listening to y'all. And let me just be clear about something. Because I know a lot of y'all think that I hate the fact that Amber and Anthony get back together. I'm gonna explain to y'all what it is. When I look at Amber, I see my mother. I see my grandmother. I see my aunts. I see my cousins. I see women who are around me who I've had to watch them go through relationships with men, watch them go through marriages. And as a fellow African American who's had to watch them deal with other black men, it does something to me to see this. It's very triggering. So when I come at Anthony, I'm the kind of man to where I hold other men, especially black men, accountable. And even though Amber has not been privy to the stuff that's been going on at Shayla's apartment, at Angelina's house, we've been privy to that. So when I see certain stuff, I can't help but hold black men accountable and call stuff out for what it is. Okay. Now, the fact of the matter is, they did what they did last night. Some of us was in our feelings. The hopeless romantics, they was happy. Whatever the case may be, the fact of the matter is, we are here now. So my point is, what's going to happen moving forward? And somebody brought it up earlier. What about Kai? Kai is the real victim in all of this.
True.
Kai didn't ask to be here. Okay, Kai still chewing on batteries from the remote in the efficiency that his mother living in. Like, I just want to give my nephew some fruit snacks and some chips, some Utz, some Cheetos, so he can be happy. Okay. Now here's the other thing that I was thinking about because a lot of people been coming at Brittany hard. I think the issue is Brittany wasn't wrong in what she said. I think the issue that people are having is it's like serving good food on a dirty plate.
Thank you.
And the fact is that everybody knows Brittany's dirt. So she wasn't wrong in what she said. I ain't find no lie in what she said. What she said was true. But my thing is this: at the end of the day, as Amber's friend, I think today should have just been the last day that she is going this rant with Amber about how she feels. Because the reality is, a lot of us sometimes when we have family members who we see go through stuff, they vent, they tell us stuff, and they call us on the phone, keep us up at night, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, crying, venting. And then when they randomly make a decision to go back, we still stuck with the frustration. We still stuck with the anger. We still stuck with the man. You told me all this stuff, and you went back. Like what's happening? What's going on?
Energy
So
transference.
yeah. So and here's the thing: the other piece that I struggle with is it's clear. I feel like Amber has some low self-esteem issues, and my question is: this was a perfect time for her father to be present, to affirm her, to speak life into her, to tell her that you are my daughter. You know, the same way Brody was affirming Shayla, even though we can't stand Shayla.
Right.
But where was her dad? And I think that's part of the problem. I think, especially as men, if we affirm our daughters, if we affirm our sisters, if we affirm our mothers, if we affirm our cousins who are women, I think a lot of times they would think twice before saying, hey, I'm going to go back to this crazy situation. Because the thing that stuck out the most to me was it's nothing out there in the streets. So I would rather stay.
That's the line.
So I would rather stay where I feel safe and where I'm comfortable. But see, sometimes you gotta think about it this way. Sometimes you gotta get uncomfortable to be comfortable in God. If we're saying that God is trying to order her stuff. And see, here's the other thing, and I'm a preacher and I can say this. So here's the thing. A lot of people have been throwing this thing around what God put together, let no man put asunder. The reality is there are some relationships that God ain't had nothing to do with. The reality is some of these relationships and some of these marriages, y'all chose them even with the red flag. And God been trying to give you red flags, but you've been ignoring them. And now that you've been ignoring them, now you want to blame God for the situation that you're in, when God was really trying to tell you the whole time what was going on.
That's true.
But see, the thing about it is Amber was so distracted even in her courting process, even in her engagement process. Why? Because she was still fooling with Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
And so at the end of the day, I get it. You did all this stuff before you got married to Anthony, right? But here's the thing. We always say you reap what you sow. If you want to know a tree, you'll know about the fruit it bears. I've never seen an apple tree just bear one fruit.
That's true.
So could this very well be just a long-term thing because of what she did to Anthony? She's just getting this now Kai, now Shayla, now Angelina, now he going back and forth, now all this stuff. And so she got to make a decision. I think, okay, you here? If this is what you really want, I respect it in spite of how I feel about it. But at the end of the day, don't come to me crying the next time you hurt your feelings. Because what you're doing is you're going to get me frustrated all over again. But I mean, hey, I think at this point, all of us, even though we disagree, let's just agree to disagree. If you like them together, fine. I'm asleep at night because I was snoring last night. I really was. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I was snoring. I was out. But listen, the thing about this is, at the end of the day, we're here. Let's see where this goes. Let's see where it unpacks. The last thing I'm going to say this, and I'm going to shut up. Y'all notice that Angelina and Shayla been missing the last 2 days.
I'm telling you right now, when they come back, they'll come back with fire.
And listen, watch the chain of events change now that she done said, I'm going to take him back. Watch how they come at Anthony. Watch how they come at Amber. Mm-hmm. It ain't going to be, because now she gonna have to think, is this what I really want? And she's never really asked the real questions that needs to be asked. Anthony, what is your involvement going to be with Shayla? How are you going to co-parent? Mm-hmm. Are you going to pick up Kai? Are y'all going to meet at a neutral place? Mm-hmm. Like, he has not given her any assurance that he's not going to go back other than just cooking. Anybody could cook a salmon dish. Anybody can cook some pancakes and waffles.
Anybody can wash some plates. You're supposed to do that.
And whipped cream. Anybody can do that. Mm-hmm. I can do it. And I don't even like cooking. But, I mean, anybody can do that. But what I'm going to say it, and I'm going to say it again. There has been no real transformation that Anthony has proven, because the reality is, outside of that time he left the house and Angelina called him, he been at their house. So it's really going to tell when he leave their house to go check on Kai, if he going to check on Kai.
That's right.
He ain't. And so, and at the end of the day, listen. So, and I can say this because I've been divorced before, so I know what Amber's going through. So I'm not just talking out the side of my neck. I understand what this is like, And at the end of the day, I remember when I met my wife that I'm married to now. And one of the things she told me was I had to co-parent with my ex. And she said, and she came in my marriage with a son. And she said, one of the things I love about you is not only do you love my son, but I seen how you take care of your kids before you take care of mine. Mm-hmm. And so for Amber, that should be another sign. He ain't checked on Kai not one time since he's been at that house. If that's supposed to be your son.
That's true.
And if you can easily walk away from a child that's supposed to be yours, then what makes me think that you're going to stay when it gets hard here?
That's true.
Like, these are the real stuff that she got to ask herself, And so this is why I'm so hard. And guess what? I ain't apologetic about it. I don't care. Y'all can fry me all you want to. I'm a whole man. I'm staying 10 toes down on it and give me some popcorn and watch these skits. And it's going to be what it's going to be. I love y'all, though. But yeah, I just want to hear the rest of y'all, though. That's all I got to say.
It's